That was Roots of Music alum Trayvon Sullen Trotter performing just a part of Lift Every Voice and Sing. It's the Black National Anthem, which you will hear prior to kickoff of every single game during the first week of the NFL season. And you know, this move by the league has gotten some mixed reaction because some fans and athletes all say the NFL needs to do more.
It's caused moments of reflection, especially when it comes to the national anthem, and that certainly hit home for the New Orleans Saints and the team's greatest player.
During an interview in June, Drew Brees was asked about players potentially kneeling during the national anthem this season in peaceful protest.
I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country.
The social media firestorm from Brees' answer was harsh and immediate.
You're somebody who I had a great deal of respect for, but sometimes you should shut the up.
Responses just like that from Malcolm resulted in Brees and his wife Brittany issuing apologies and promising to show more empathy.
I know there's not much that I can say that would make things any better right now, but I just want you to see in my eyes how sorry I am.
Drew and Brittany Brees are now sponsoring the HBCU Hall of Fame ceremony, and Brees even called out the president when he tweeted the quarterback will regret his apology. Brees said, quote, "This is not an issue about the American flag. It has never been." So while disappointed at first, Drew's teammates have since rallied around him.
Drew Brees is an example to all of non-Black America to be able to say, I missed the point. I can do more. I can listen better. I can do better.
And you just heard from one of the Saints' strongest leaders, linebacker Demario Davis. Another guy well respected in the locker room is offensive tackle Terron Armstead. One mantra he lives by is actions speak louder than words. This is footage that certainly shows that. A community center he has personally funded that will soon open. I had a chance to talk to him about tough talks that are happening within his own team and the league. All right, Terron, your head coach Sean Payton has brought in some guests this offseason, including Spike Lee, to discuss race and social issues. How impactful was his message in helping bring the team together?
It was great. It was great. You know, Sean always does a great job of trying to keep everything fresh and keeping the guys engaged. And it's probably one of his best strengths as a coach. But so we had Shaquille O'Neal on, Snoop Dogg on, like you said, Spike Lee. And, you know, it's iconic figures for sure. Spike got a chance to talk about race and his experiences. Things that he's been through with some social justice injustice issues, racial injustice issues. So it was great to get his point of view, to hear some of the things he had. He talked about the movie he had that was coming out, that's out now, Five Bloods, and just going through some of those things. A few other guys spoke, but mostly we just, you know, showing gratitude and appreciation for Spike for being on the call and sharing his thoughts with us.
All right, Terron, Marshawn Lattimore, Michael Thomas, and quite a few NFL players put together a very powerful video. In response, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell responded by saying he was sorry. He apologized for how the peaceful protests were handled. Your response to that and the changes the NFL is trying to make right now?
I think it was great what the players did, putting that message together. Great influencers, you know, some huge notable names, faces. And you see those guys come together and put that video together. I think that's powerful. For Roger to come out and make that statement, make those apologies. You know, I think that's important as well, to be able to admit when you're wrong, to take responsibility, accountability for your faults. And now we just got to go on to next action and proving that you felt that you were wrong, and now ways that we can move forward and grow together and, like I say, promote positive change.
You went to an HBCU, Arkansas Pine Bluff, played for a Black head coach. And with the changes being made right now in society, how important is that when it comes to minority hires in the NFL for head coaches?
It goes farther than just coaching. You know, it's the discrepancy between minority hires and then a lot of workforces, a lot of fields, a lot of areas that just shouldn't be that way. And I think the more attention we bring to it, just the fairness of it, And I think the more attention we bring to it, we can see change. We can see the statistics change. And we want it to be genuine, like for myself. I want the response from the NFL or owners to be genuine, not just from any type of guilt but just to be genuine. So if we have black coaches, any race, whatever, if they are qualified and they do the job correctly, there's no reason why they shouldn't hold these positions.
All right, he is Saints left tackle Terron Armstead. Terron, of course, thank you for your time.
Absolutely, thank you.
The current push for change has prompted a major sports franchise to drop its name. The NFL team in Washington, D.C. is retiring a name it's had for more than 80 years.
I was 8 years old when Trayvon Martin was killed. So why am I here at 16 still demanding change?
Still to come, living the talk, the conversation athletes and sports leaders are having with their kids and players.
As parents, we are stewards of our children. It's our responsibility to address the tough topics with them